Hello YouTube and welcome back. This is Nico and you're watching Dare to Game. Today we're doing a special video. So this is going to be an armor guide and it's going to look at the Bashford Dean armor, which is of course an actual historical suit of armor. And to that effect, if you'd like to see that, if you'd like to go and look at that suit of armor and hear a lot about it and get a deeper explanation of the intricacies of late medieval armor, I've got a great video for you, and it's in collaboration with this one. So what you're going to want to do is pop down into the description, click on the link to go over to Imperium Gaming, and check out this video that I have the thumbnail on the screen for right now. It should be, understanding late medieval armor should be very, very thorough, should be a very enjoyable time, and you should be able to see a lot more about this specific suit of armor. So with all that in mind, let's just jump into this weapons guide. So, as usual, we're going to start with weapons. So you can see for weapons, I kept it pretty simple. I just figured, we're doing a knight. This is clearly a knight suit of armor, so I figured Longinus's sword. And the reason I chose that is because it's a beautiful sword, for one thing. I've always loved the aesthetic of this sword. It's a very strong sword with a damage rating of 68, and actually, it's Longinus's sword, so it's Italian in origin. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but it's an interesting enough weapon, and I figured it goes really well with this suit. So as far as clothing is concerned, you can see that we're not into anything super revolutionary so far. Right now we've got a dark padded coif, dark Silesian gamson, fashionable red hose, golden spurs, signet ring, silver chain, silver neck chain. You may notice that it doesn't look like anything, it doesn't look like the thumbnail yet, so let's put on the second layer of armor and see if it starts looking more like it. Alright, so if you're noticing a change, we've got our chainmail on and our chausses, our padded chausses. So what we've done is the decorated Bavarian hauberk here, the elongated mail coif, and the warhorse gamson chausses. So you can see it's starting to look more like a suit of armor, but one more layer and I think you'll agree it looks basically just exactly the same as the thumbnail. Alright, so now that we've got all the armor on, I think you'll agree it looks basically exactly like what we were going for. This is, in fact, the Bashford Dean armor. It looks almost exactly the same. And since this is an Italian suit of armor, the idea here was to stick with Italian stuff. So we went with Milanese, i.e. from Milan. The only thing that isn't strictly Italian is the hound skull, which could be traced to a lot of German origins. It was very popular, but this specific suit of armor is using a helmet that looks exactly like the hound skull. If you really wanted to go for that Italian feel, you could go with the Italian bassinet, but this is for this specific suit of armor. But so you can see we've added the dyed Milanese brigandine, the bright red variant of course, the Milanese plate pauldrons, the Milanese plate chausses, and the Milanese gauntlets, giving us a very, very well-rounded and beautiful suit of armor. Again, if you want to look more into the historical suit that this set is based on, go check out that link in the description. So let's just jump into stats. So, for total value, this is actually a very expensive suit of armor, coming in at around 14,499.9 groschen. The total weight of this, which normally I don't do weight, but since we're doing a historical look at this, I figured we'd do the weight. And I came up with 68.4 units of weight measurement in this game. I'm pretty sure it's pounds, but I guess it could be kilos. It's hard to say. As an American, my instinct is to go with pounds, but 68 pounds doesn't sound like a lot for a whole suit of armor. But anyway, the total AAR, or average armor rating, is 102.5. So you'll notice that even though this is a relatively unassuming suit of armor from, outside appearances, the rating is rather high, and that's because we've filled all of our slots. We have great head armor, great leg armor. It's a very well-rounded suit of armor. Lastly, of course, we gotta look at charisma. And unfortunately, this only has a charisma of 15, but that's still pretty decent. It's only out of 20, so 15's pretty dang good. But yeah, so that is the best Bashford Dean armor that you can come up with in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. If you did, I can assume you liked the content, and hopefully you'll subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you haven't already, check out these links I have on the screen to see me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you like my content and would like to support what I do here, there's a link to my Patreon account in the description, and a donation would be much appreciated. In any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day.